Then we got 50 Cent, whose biggest problem is his voice. For one, his hooks are not great. Songs like Many Men get ruined because of his Many Men. It just doesn't sound good to me, dude. And along with that, when he's giving you a verse, he just kind of sounds half asleep. I'm gonna put 50 in decent. Under it. I'll put him in good. Yes, I'll put him in good. Above 2 Chainz. No, I'll put him under 2 Chainz. Yeah, I like that. He's good. I'll actually make a few modifications, okay? Flavor Flav, decent. He's a decent rapper. 50 Cent, decent. Decent rapper. What else? I'm looking around. I don't know if I need to change anything else. I don't think so. Okay, I just need to throw those 2 down there. Yeah, I think 50 is a decent rapper. 50's voice just really brings him down for me, man. Then we got The Game, who's honestly pretty mid. Even on his quote-unquote peak, the documentary, it sounds like he's trying too hard to, like, pay an homage to, like, old West Coast rappers. He's always talking about, I went and saw Dr. Dre. Oh, yeah, I'm like Pac. I'm like this. I'm like that. It always sounds like he's just, or I like this Snoop, this, that, blah, blah, blah. It always just sounds like he's trying to remind you, oh, remember these great rappers? Remember these other rappers that are way better than me? It just kind of bothers me, dude. The Game just sounds like someone that likes rap music, but doesn't really know how to rap well. That's really harsh, but, like, that's genuinely how it sounds to me. He's pretty mid. Then we got LL Cool J. He's a classic rapper, man. I'll throw him in good. Under Drake. Under DMX. Yeah. He's a good rapper. Got that old school kind of flow. He's cool. Slick Rick is the same. I'll throw him in decent, though, at the top. His voice is kind of goofy. I like his production, though. And his music is actually kind of aged pretty well. Big Daddy Kane is also a good rapper. I will throw him above LL Cool J. He's good. I like his charismatic flow. He does have that kind of old school rippity-rappity flow, but I still like him. Let's actually just dig into some old school rap, man, like Eric B. and Rakim, who I honestly think are good. I think that Paid in Full has actually aged pretty well, and I'll throw them under LL Cool. I'll throw them under J-Rock. Yeah, I'll actually move some of these older rappers down. So I'll move LL Cool J under J-Rock, Big Daddy Kane under J-Rock, DMX under J-Rock. I'll throw J-Rock up, actually, and I'll put him under J. Cole. And, yeah, I like that. Eric B. and Rakim, though, are absolute friggin' pioneers. Their music just hasn't aged the best. It's good, though. Influential, I have to admit, but it's just good. Run DMC, though, actually has 80s hip-hop that's aged really well. I'll actually throw them in great. Genuinely, I actually really like them. I'll throw them under Tupac and Biggie. Then we got EPMD. Their music hasn't really aged the best. I'll put them above Absol. I'll actually move Absol up. I'll put him in good. I was kind of sleeping, I'll be honest with you. I'll put him under J-Rock. Then we got Gangstar. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Gangstar is kind of boring. And it's mainly because of Guru. Guru's voice is so monotone to the point where it is grating. He always sounds like this on every single one of his songs. He raps like this. And a lot of people are going to come in the comments and be like, oh, well, you like Earl, dude. He has a monotone voice. Here's the thing. Earl has something to say. To me, Guru just sounds like he's always saying, these fake MCs want to be rappers. Oh my God, these guys, oh my God, fake MCs. It's just like, dude, he's rapping about the old, like, oh, rippity rap stuff. Like, Guru always has your typical 80s rapper lyrics, and it makes the music really boring. I will admit, though, the production is really good because it's DJ Premier. What more do you want? DJ Premier is like a top 10 producer of all time. Guru just ruins them, man. Like, if he had energy on the mic, I'd throw them in amazing because the beats are really good. Guru, though, just ruins the songs for me, man, and just makes them really not fun to listen to. I'll throw Gangstar and Decent at the top. Yeah. And we got De La Soul. I think they're great, man. I'll throw them at the top of great. Yeah, they're just really fun. I love the energy they have. They sound really carefree. They're just having fun when they're making music, and I really like it. KRS-One is another great rapper. I'm surprised by how much I liked him, actually. I'll throw him above Deltron 3030. Love the energy he brings on the mic. Really aggressive. Really like him, man. DJ Quick is also great. I will throw him under Deltron 3030. Love his cool flow. He sounds very chill. Super underrated rapper and producer, honestly. Then we got Pete Rock and CL Smooth, who I will honestly throw in amazing. Honestly, I'll put them under Company Flow. I really love their music, man. Something about them just feels like 80s rap, but with like high quality production that's actually aged well. If you have not heard Mecca and the Soul Brother, I highly recommend it. Just love the production from Pete Rock. Love the rapping from CL Smooth. It's just also good, also vibey. Love it, man. And then we got Wu-Tang Clan. Let's get into the Wu. So let's talk about the group, okay? As a group, Wu-Tang is great. I think that they're kind of overrated due to the fact that they've birthed so many fantastic careers, as well as having Enter the 36 Chambers. A lot of the other stuff, though, besides 36 Chambers, isn't nearly as good. It's still quality, though. It just doesn't hit the same. I will throw them in the great tier, like just the group. I'll put them above Schoolboy Q. I think they're a great group, man. Now let's rank the solo Wu members. Now I will be ranking them kind of based off what they contribute to the Wu-Tang Clan, as well as their solo work. So let's just get into it. Ghostface is an amazing rapper. I think he easily slots in the amazing. I'll throw him above Isaiah Rashad. He's widely regarded as one of, if not the best Wu member, and I can see why. Ghostface does fantastic when he's with the Wu, but also does just as well by himself. So I gotta throw him in amazing, man. Then we got RZA, who kind of reminds me why I feel like certain producers should just stay as producers opposed to being rappers. His verses on Wu albums are great, and I think that his features on solo Wu albums are great too. But when you are listening to him by himself on his own record, it gets grating. His shouty delivery gets really like nails on chalkboard at times, and it can get really freaking annoying. I still think that he contributes a lot to the Wu as a whole, but like alone, he doesn't really do much. I'm between decent or good. I'll throw him at the top of decent. Then we got Inspector Deck. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There's a little group of Wu-Tang members that don't really do much for me, and Inspector Deck is a part of it. With the Wu, he does good. By himself, he's fine. I'll throw him in decent, man, under RZA. GZA is great, though. He's one of my favorite Wu members. I'll throw him above Joey, man. I think he's a great rapper, man. He has one of the best solo Wu albums, that being Liquid Swords, which I honestly think is better than 36 Chambers. And I just really like him, man. Then we got Raekwon, who is also a great rapper. I will throw him above Ice Cube. He does pretty well with the Wu, and he does pretty well by himself. And yeah, he's just pretty straightforward. He's pretty great. Then we got ODB, who is honestly the most underrated Wu member. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. Dude, I think ODB is a GOAT. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna throw him above Denzel. I love ODB. I love his weird energy. I love his strange personality. He's so quirky. And I just love his like yelpy delivery. He's so weird and strange, and I love him, man. Love his charisma. He's super fun. His 2 albums are both fantastic. And with the Wu, he's just doing better than ever as well. He's easily my favorite Wu member, man. I'll actually bump RZA up to good. I'll throw him above Big Daddy Kane. Then we got Master Killa, who's good. I think he's a good rapper. I'll throw him under 2 Chainz. Capadonna is another low-profile Wu member who I think is also good. Him and Master Killa just kind of feel like GZA light. They both got some great production, but honestly, their voices don't really stand out too much to me. Then we got U-God, who's the worst Wu member, kind of by a mile. I genuinely don't really feel much when I think about U-God. If I ever see that he has a verse on a Wu song, or I see him listed as a feature on a solo Wu album, I just kind of like look at it and say, okay, and then move on. He's meh to me. Just whatever, dude. Then we got Method Man, though, who's between great or amazing for me. I'll throw him under De La Soul. I really like his quirky flow, really like how goofy he is. He's just really fun, man, and I think he's definitely one of the best Wu members to me. Then we got Redman, who isn't a Wu member, but I thought I'd throw here just because him and Meth have that one project. But Redman is a fantastic rapper. I'm gonna throw him in amazing. Under Pete Rock and CL Smooth. I love how freaking drugged out this guy's music is, man. I love his flow, love his delivery. He's just really funny, and he's just really fun to listen to, dude. Super underrated as well. The Roots are great. I actually really like them. I was sleeping on them for quite some time, but now I'll actually throw them above GZA, under Westside. Yeah, I like them a lot. I'll actually move Nas up too. I'll move him up. I'll put him under Wu-Tang. Then we got Black Star, which might be the first group where everything falls into place and is in the same tier. Black Star as a group is great. I think that they're under the Roots. Yeah. Then we got Mos Def, who is also great. I will throw him at the top of great, actually. And then we have Talib Kweli, who is also great, and I will throw him under Conway. Black Star just a really great duo, man. Mos Def and Talib Kweli have such great chemistry, and I do think that Mos Def would be a GOAT if he just dropped Black on Both Sides and stopped going. That might sound kind of weird, but like genuinely, if Mos Def just dropped that project, he would be a GOAT. I think he has one of the best voices in rap music. He just sounds like he's giving you a full-on like conversation or lecture whenever he's rapping. And it's so friggin' just, I just love it. Talib's voice though is a little hit or miss for me, especially later on in his career. His voice kind of sounds a little grating. It's mostly pretty good though. Like I said, the Mos could definitely be in GOAT if he didn't drop The New Danger, which was just kind of okay, and didn't drop True Magic, which was just mid. As is though, Black Star is just great overall. Then we got Big L. Big L is fantastic. He's an amazing rapper. I'm gonna throw him above Mike. Big L is one of the most underrated rappers of all time. Just based off of that one album, Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous. He's just killing the mic on every single song. It's insane, his flow. He just sounds like, so aggressive, and I love it. That whole album is so raw, and it's just, God. I wonder what he would have given us if he was still alive, because that record by itself is just so friggin' fantastic. Gotta love Big L, man. After that, though, we have Big Pun, who is a great rapper. I will throw him under Mobb Deep. He is a little lyrical miracle at times, but I like him. Then we have Cool G Rap, who's honestly really underrated, man. I will throw him above J. Cole. He gets like no talk, man. And he's actually a pretty freaking good rapper. Immortal Technique is decent. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I think that his production is just a little hollow. And I think his voice is just a little eh. I will say, though, Dance with the Devil is one of the few songs to actually make me feel sick to my stomach when I hear it. That song is just a writing masterpiece. Everything else, though, is fine. Lupe Fiasco is great. Honestly, I might even throw him an amazing. I'll put him under De La Soul. I think he's a little inconsistent, but when he hits his highs, he hits them, man. I love how strange he is, man. He's an enigma, really. And I really like his music, despite its inconsistency. Then we got Kanye. It's Kanye. He's a GOAT. I will throw him above ODB. He has one of the best album runs of all time with College Dropout all the way to Life of Pablo, man. It's crazy. Dropping that much quality back to back to back to back to back. I'm hoping he kind of retires sometime soon or just doesn't put out any music at all, because the run of Jesus is King, Donda, and Vultures, while it does have its moments, it's not great. It's not looking great, man. He's still a GOAT, though. For now. And then we got Common, who I think is an amazing rapper, dude. I think he's super underrated. I will throw him under Redman. Common is kind of like Mos Def in the sense that he is one of the best voices in rap. He sounds so genuine when he's giving you bars, and I just can't help but enjoy his music. Really smooth on the mic, really enjoyable. Love his sound, dude. Really nice. Alright, man, that's enough old school talk, man. Let's stop talking about that old, boring music. Let's talk about the fun stuff, okay? Let's kick it off with Gucci Mane, though, who I'm honestly, I don't know why I started off with him when I said I was talking about fun stuff. Gucci Mane's flow is not good. I don't like his voice. He just sounds really sleepy all the time. I know he's a pioneer. Trap wouldn't be the same without him, but genuinely, I don't get much enjoyment out of his music. I'm gonna throw him in meh. I think that every time I give Gucci a try, I just don't enjoy his music. And it's gotten to the point where I just think he's insanely overrated and just don't really enjoy him at all. Now we have these next three, who I'm all gonna bunch together. Young Thug, Future, Chief Keef, all amazing. All amazing. All of them are pioneers, all of them are influential, and all of them hold up. I feel like they're all on the same playing field, man, and I just genuinely have so much fun when I listen to their music. I'll throw them all in amazing. Like I said, I'll throw them somewhere in the middle. They're like in the middle of that tier, man. Speaking of Chief Keef, though, let's talk about Cemetery and Haunted Mound in general. In an interview, Sem said that Chief Keef was a big influence on him, so I thought I'd just rank Haunted Mound right after. Cemetery, though, is amazing. I think he's just so good. He's been just going upward since day one. I think I'll put him under Young Thug. His catalog is just so consistent. He does have some weaker projects to me, like a Grave House, but he's just been dropping fire so consistently as of late. He also has a masterpiece with Rainbow Bridge 3, which kind of elevates him to that amazing tier for me. Then we have Ghost Mountain, who is a former member of the Haunted Mound group. But my main problem with Ghost is just the fact that, he doesn't really have a solo album. He only has those 2 tapes with Sem, and I like one, don't really like the other. So it kind of makes his catalog a little split for me. I do think he has one of the best voices in Haunted Mound, though, probably my favorite. I just feel like his catalog is too small. I'll throw him at the top of good, though. Then we have Hackle, who I think is great, man. I love his voice. Whenever he hops on a Haunted Mound feature, it's always fire. Gotta love Hackle, man. I wish I could kind of say the same about Turnabout, though, who I will still throw in great, but definitely a little lower. My main problem with him is mainly just the fact that his newer stuff isn't really hitting. I just feel like his newer screamo, emo stuff isn't really hitting. And I could see his career kind of going on a downward trajectory. Then we have Buckshot, who's definitely more of a meh member to me. I'll throw him at the bottom of decent. He really needs to drop another album, because the only one that he has right now is pretty mid to me. He's easily the weakest Haunted Mound member, and it's not even close. Now let's talk Opium, man. Homicide Gang, I think is good. Homicide Gang is good. I feel like some of their vocals are a little weird, but I still enjoy them. Their projects aren't too memorable, I will say, but they're quality. Destroy Lonely is kind of similar. I'll put him under J-Rock. I like it when he's doing his rage stuff, like on No Stylist, But on a project like If Looks Could Kill, I'm not really the biggest fan of his voice. I think he's good though. Ken Carson is great, actually. I really like him. And I'll actually throw him... I'll throw him under Chuck D. I actually really like Ken Carson, man. And with A Great Chaos, I'm kind of seeing him carve out his own sound. And it's pretty good. Then we have Playboi Carti. Okay, hear me out. This is going to get a lot of hate. I don't really care, but let's just go. Playboi Carti is a GOAT. He's under Denzel. I can't really explain this take, man. I just love Carti's music so much. Every single album is fantastic. I have his first record as a 10 out of 10. Every single album by him is like S tier. I'm not even joking. Carti is a GOAT. He just is, man. I'm sorry. His music is just supremely enjoyable, and I have to thank him for getting me into trap music, really. Then we got Pierre Bourne, who I think is decent. I'll throw him like at the top. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of his music. I think it all kind of blends together, but it's okay. I like him more as a producer than an actual like rapper. Then we have Yeat. I can't get behind this man's voice. I genuinely just think it's so grating on my ears. And it's just, I don't know, man. It just never clicked with me. I've given him a try. I just don't get it, man. And I think he's mad. I'll throw him like under You God. Yeah, I just don't get Yeat, man. He's just not for me. Now let's cover some RCB, and we'll kick it off with High C, who I think is amazing, dude. He's definitely the best RCB member to me. I'll honestly throw him... Nah, wait, I just realized how low Redman and Common are. I'll throw him under Common. No, I'll throw him above Common, but under Redman. And I'll actually move Redman up. I'll put him right there. Yes, and I'll move Isaiah Rashad down. I'm kind of editing these things as we go on. I'm literally recording the day after I recorded, like, the first half of this vid. My opinions are changing as we go on. But, yeah, High C, I'll throw him somewhere in the middle of S tier. I don't know why I said S tier. I meant amazing. I love High C's voice. I think his catalog is very consistent, and I think that he could still pump out probably his best record. I love him when he's in his weird, chaotic, noisy bag. His No More Heroes duology is the perfect example of this, and I'm so excited to see where he goes next. Love his voice, love his production. High C's just amazing, man. Cartier God is easily the third best RCB member to me. I don't know why I said third. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I'll throw him above Nas. Cartier God's voice is so good. I love how he flows over these beats. And he tends to be one of the weirder sounding RCB members. A project like Gold Fangs is insane, and he usually tends to make really enjoyable music. DUMD, though, is easily one of the weaker RCB members. Honestly, put him like between good or decent. His voice, he can really make it sound kind of whiny, and it can get annoying. I like him when he's collabing with Cartier God or High C, but just by himself, I'm not the biggest fan. He's kind of between decent or good. I'll throw him at the top of decent for now, though. Then we got Lil Shine, who I honestly think is like between good or great for me. I love Lil Shine, man, but I feel like he makes more like plug and B music to me. I'll put him this is crazy. I'll put him above Cool G Rap. Bro, Lil Shine next to Cool G Rap is hilarious to me. I love Lil Shine's voice. Love what he does with that plug and B sound. Love his production. He's always bringing nice sounds to the table. He does kind of feel like more of a vocalist to me, though, which is why I'll throw him in good. Then we got Marjorie W.C. Sinclair, who I just don't get down with, man. This music is way too horned up for me, and I just don't get it. It sounds really half-baked and just kind of thrown together, and is just respectfully not for me. I'll throw him like between meh or decent. Yeah, I'll put him above Buckshot. They're okay, man. Whatever. We got Yabu Jin, who is also kind of like Lil Shine in the sense that he's much more of a vocalist. But I'll throw him at the top of good. No, I'll throw him at the bottom of great. Under Public Enemy. Yeah. Yabu Jin is freaking weird. If you have not heard Baroque EP, I highly recommend it. Yabu Jin's music to me is like just really sweet sounding. And it feels like he's taking like the weird Cartier God High C stuff and then making it even weirder. I think he's really great, man. And I love the way he just has that weird like kind of whispery flow. It's really interesting. I tried to give Lucky a try, man, but to me Lucky just sounds like he's taking like Plug, or he's just taking like cloud rap and then making it as toned down as possible. Like that one project where he's taking the Almighty Seal cover and putting himself on it. It literally just sounds like he's taking, like I said, it literally just sounds like he's taking cloud rap and Plug and just watering it down. It's not fun to listen to. And his really sleepy flow, like it just like gives me nothing. It evokes no emotion in me. I don't really like it. I honestly put Lucky between meh or decent. I'll put him above UPMD. Yeah, he's fine to me, I guess, man. He's solid. Then we got a pioneer here, man. We got Space Ghost Perp. I think he's amazing. Genuinely. I'll put him above Isaiah. Yeah, I think that his catalog is a little too long for me to really put him any higher. But like Space Ghost peaks are like high, man. Dark Angels, Blackland Radio 666, NASA the Mixtape. It's crazy, man. Space Ghost is so good. And I wonder what internet rap would look like without him. Speaking of internet rappers, though, let's talk Lil B. This guy has over 60 projects. I've only heard like 18 of them. He's very hit or miss for me. He'll have masterpieces like Six Kiss or God's Father, and then just make tapes like Pretty Boy Millionaires that I'm not a big fan of. I will say, though, I gotta throw Lil B in great. Honestly, I think I'll put him above Nas. Yeah, I think Lil B just completely revolutionized music. I'm not even joking. I feel like so many current day rappers would not be here without Lil B. And even without that influence, his music is just so fun. I love the cloud rap. I love it when he's on like actual like great production. But when he's doing goofy stuff too, it's actually pretty enjoyable. In particular, his MySpace compilations are actually pretty good for what they are. I love Lil B's personality and what he brings to the music. He's like taking himself seriously, but also not. It's really weird, man, and I really enjoy him. We got Chris Travis, who I also think is great, man. I'll put him under Jizza. I love Chris Travis's voice. I love his cloud rap, Memphis rap fusion thing going on. He kind of feels like a more hazed out version of Space Ghost. I really like his music, man. Then we got Lil Ugly Mane. Honestly, I'm between Amazing to Goat for Lil Ugly Mane. I'm gonna put him at the top. My main problem with Ugly Mane is the fact that he's much more of an artist than a rapper, and it's not like a Kanye situation where, oh, he produces, he does this. He literally made like black metal, he made rock albums, he's done electronic music, he's done so much, and it's all so good. If I ever made like a top 10 favorite artist list, he would be on there. And I feel like even if we're just considering Ugly Mane's rapping music, oh god, he's still a goat, man. MTI is one of my favorite rap albums. And Uneven Compromise is one of the best rap songs. He's between that goat to Amazing for me, man. I don't know. I don't know where to put him. I'll keep him in Amazing for now, but if I keep feeling like this by the end, I'll probably throw him in goat. Xavier Wolf is good. I like him. He doesn't really do too much. I'll throw him under Destroy Lonely. I think he's good. Just makes a nice cloud rap, man. And I could say the same about Bones, who I also think is good. I'll throw him right under Xavier Wolf. They're both good to me. Then we have Black Cray, who I think is going to go into Amazing. I'll put him under Chief Keef, above Future. Not only is Cray so consistent, but I just love his variety. He has that witch house, he has the cloud rap, he has trap. He's just super fun to listen to, and I love his voice. Really like Black Cray, man. I don't really know where to go next, so let's just rank some female rappers, man. Alright, so first off, we have Nicki Minaj. I'll put her under Cool G Rap and J. Cole. My main problem with her is the fact that a lot of her projects tend to sound the same. I do really like her debut mixtape, Playtime Is Over, and I still think Pink Print is a pretty great project. A lot of her other stuff, though, is just insanely bloated and kind of samey sounding. The projects aren't bad, like Pink Friday isn't bad, Queen isn't bad. They're just too long and not that memorable. I don't really think she's bad. I see a lot of people hating on her. I just think her album should have tighter track lists and shouldn't be as repetitive. I still think she's good, though, but she could be better. Then we got Megan Thee Stallion, who I think is, honestly, I could say is better. Honestly, I'll put her above Nicki. I like her voice, man. I like her energy. She's very braggadocious. She's basically just Nicki if she cut the bloat from her projects. Like, her albums range from like 40 to 50 minutes, but they're not like as long as Nicki's. I think she's just a good rapper. Then we have Lil' Kim, a pioneer. I'll throw her also in good. I'll put her, I'll keep her under J. Cole. I wanted to like Lil' Kim a whole lot more. I wanted to put her in great. But my problem is just the fact that a lot of her albums are a little bloated. She doesn't really have the best production. And one of my big problems with her is the fact that she'll just have like a male rapper come on and then steal the whole song. Kind of like Armani Caesar, actually. Like on an album like Hardcore, Lil' Kim will be rapping for like a minute and a half, and then some guy just shows up and then steals the whole song and goes on for the rest of the runtime. It kind of bothers me, and it's just like why? It's literally a Lil' Kim song. Why are you here doing like most of it? It's just strange to me. Despite those issues, though, when she does get a good beat and when she does actually get a time to shine, she's actually pretty good, so I'll throw her in good for now. Rico Nasty, though, is great, honestly. I'm between great or good for her. I'll put her under Run DMC. I'll put her above. I think Rico is great, man. I love her voice. I love her aggressive flow. She's just so good at making trap bangers, and I love the personality she puts in her music. I do wish that she had better production at times, And I think some of her projects can get a little repetitive, but I still think she's a great rapper. And I think she has one of the most unique voices, honestly. Okay, so next up, I talk about Doja Cat, and I put her in great, and she's there for like most of the video, trust me. Later, I put her down in good. I don't know why I put her in great to begin with. Yeah, I'm just saying that in case anyone gets angry. But yeah, I move her down eventually. Doja Cat is also between good or great for me. I think she's very underrated. Albums like Hot Pink and Scarlet are actually pretty great. And with the release of the Scarlet Deluxe, it's just kind of showing that she's going in a more rapping-focused direction that I actually really like. I'll throw her... Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to throw her under Yabujin. Yeah, I think she's great, man. Flo Milli is decent. I think that a lot of her projects tend to sound the same. I'm not really the biggest fan of her. I'll throw her under Inspected Deck, and I'll actually move Inspected Deck up, like, at the top of decent. Then we got Missy Elliott, who is the best female rapper of all time, easily. She's going in amazing. I'm not even joking. I'll throw her under Common. Yeah, I think Missy is so underrated and so underappreciated. Records like Super Duper Fly and Missy So Addictive deserve so much more praise. And the stuff that she was doing on like Missy So Addictive is so ahead of its time. It's insane. The stuff she was doing with Timbaland is crazy. I love her music, man. And while, yes, she does get her flowers here and there, she doesn't get nearly as much praise as I think she should get. Gotta love Missy Elliott, man. She's easily the best female rapper to me. Then we got Sexy Red. A lot of people like to say she makes the worst music possible, but to be honest with you, I don't really know how to say it. I don't really know how to put this, because I know some people are going to clown on me for it, but I think she's good. I genuinely think she's good. I'll put her under J. Cole. Yeah. Not only are her beats hard, her hooks are insanely catchy, and I genuinely don't really see the hate that she gets, man. I think her music is really enjoyable and really fun. You can call me a Fantano drone, I don't care. I didn't expect to like her music, and I actually came out enjoying quite a bit of it. After thinking about this deeply, I'll actually move Sexy Red up to the bottom of great. I probably put her under Yabujin. Yeah. Then we have Cardi B, who is going to be our first rapper to go in bad tier. Yeah, she sucks, man. For one, she is supremely carried by her production on an album like Invasion of Privacy. The beats are actually pretty solid, but her voice, I just don't like it, man. Not the lyrics, not this, not that. It's literally just the fact that she sounds... I cannot describe it, man. It's just her voice. It's so nails on a chalkboard levels of grating. She has one of the worst rap voices of all time. It bothers me, man. She just sounds like she's whining. Like, I'm Cardi B. I'm just like, stop, bro. Stop. I don't want to hear this. MIA, I'll throw in great. I don't really remember her being much of a rapper, but like the music that she made was actually pretty good. I'll throw her under Chuck D. I like her. Her first few records are pretty freaking great, and I love her self-titled album, Maya. Yeah, that album's fantastic. She's pretty fun. I don't really know what you want me to say. She's great. Ice Spice, though... I think she's decent. I think she's fun. I love the weird drill sound that she has. I will put her under Lucky. I think that she actually makes some solid tracks for what she does. She does just kind of make the same song over and over again and never really switches up her flow, but I think she's fun, man. Nothing too special. No Name. I used to really like No Name, but then I revisited like Room 25, I think, and I just found it to be really boring, dude. I think she's decent, though. She's between decent or good to me. She's good. She's good. I'll put her on good. Above RZA. She's good. I think she can be a little boring at times, but I enjoy her music still. Then we have Rhapsody, who's between good or great for me. I love her voice. Love how powerful she sounds. I'll throw her at the top of good. I think she's a good rapper, man. After really thinking about it, I'd actually put her at the bottom of great. Very skilled with the pen. Really like her music. Then we have Azalea Banks, who's fine. She makes decent music. I'll throw her under Gangstar. I'll actually move Gangstar up. I'll put them at the top of decent. But Azalea Banks is just fine. She doesn't really do much for me. Kind of makes like cool hip house music. Yeah, she's fine. Then we have Little Sims, who is going to go straight into great. I think she could go in amazing if it weren't for the fact that her early music isn't really my cup of tea. I'll throw her under Lil B. I think my main problem with her is the fact that like I really love albums like Simbi and Gray Area, but her early stuff is just kind of a headache to listen to for me. She still has some good stuff in her early days, but like, I don't know, man. It's just not very pleasant to listen to. She's always been skilled though, which is cool. And I think if you give her like 5 more years, she could definitely go between like great or amazing for me. Tierra Whack, I actually don't really like at all. I think her voice is kind of annoying. And yeah, I'm just not a fan. I'm gonna throw her in meh under You God. She's just not really doing much for me, man. More Mother is decent. I talked about this in the Billy Woods video. Just her voice, something about it kind of gives me a headache. I think she's decent though, just respectfully not for me. Then we have Cupcake. A lot of people like to hate on Cupcake, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you, dude. She's decent. And it's not because I think the music is great. I don't think it's like, oh, very hard or whatever. I just think it's insanely funny to listen to. Like, she is comedy rap done right. Like, the punchlines are hilarious, dude. The amount of puns and, like, metaphors and whatever, it's hilarious, man. I gotta give her flowers. I think her music is fun. I've had a kind of order going on. Now I don't really have much to do. I'm just gonna do some groups. Kicking off the group ranking, let's do friggin' Migos, man, who I think are great. I'm gonna throw them... I don't know. I feel like a lot of these tiers are kind of close in terms of just ranking. Like, I could put one in front of the other and it won't really mean much. I'll put them above Chuck D. I don't know, man. I love the chemistry they bring on the mic. I think each Migos member has their own kind of flow and has their own kind of style, and I think they're all pretty much equal. They're all great, man, and I think that they just make really fun trap music. Brockhampton is amazing. Funny thing, they grew on me to the point where I would put them like in GOAT, and then they grew off me to where I would put them in like good or decent, and then they grew back on me right now. So I'll actually throw them above SGP. Yeah, I like that. Brockhampton just make really fun and quirky music. Love the hooks, love the production. Super strange. Saturation Trilogy is goated. Roadrunner is goated. Ginger is goated. So many great records, man, and I just think that they're really consistent. Then we got Injury Reserve, GOAT. Just instantly go. I think Injury Reserve are one of the most underrated rap groups of all time, period. Parker Corey's production is so freaking strange and it's just really fun. And the way Richie and Groggs play off the beats is just so good. Every single album by them besides Drive It Like It's Stolen is in my top 100 favorite albums ever. I think that practically every project besides Drive It Like It's Stolen is peak music, and I just love the chemistry that they have together. They would be my favorite rap group if Outkast didn't exist. Rest in peace, Groggs, man. Gone too soon. Then we got the Beastie Boys, who I honestly think are decent. I used to think they were trash. Then I listened to Paul's Boutique and I was like, wait, this is actually pretty solid. I'll put them under NWA and Inspected Deck. I think they can be a little obnoxious on the mic. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really seem like they're taking themselves too seriously. And I can kind of appreciate them. I feel like Run DMC takes that rap rock sound, though, and does it way better. Then we got Cypress Hill, who I think is at the top of good, maybe even in great. I feel like they're a little one note, though, with similar lyrical content and production styles. I'll still probably throw them in great, though, under Public Enemy. I like their music. I think it's really hazy. Love Be Real's voice. I just think they're really fun. Then we have Joey Valence and Bray, and I want you to think about the last two groups I talked about, Beastie Boys and Cypress Hill. They both have these weird kind of vocal performances, interesting production styles, and are pretty revolutionary for their time. Joey Valence and Bray take that sound and then suck all the life out of it. I think their production is actually really freaking great, but the fact of the matter is, Joey Valence is ripping off Be Real from Cypress Hill and the Beastie Boys just based off his voice alone. Bray actually has a solid voice, and I think he could be a great rapper if it weren't for the fact that both of them have terrible lyrics. Every other line is a pop culture reference. It's a something this, something that. Their newest record is the perfect example, with one song being called John Cena and having one of the worst opening lines of all time. Joey Valence is a perfect example of when a producer should not rap. He should hook up with good rappers and produce beats because he's very good at doing it. It's just the way he raps, man. He's obviously stealing from Beastie Boys and Be Real. It's insane. And the lyrics don't make it any better. Any better. Give him some decent lyrics and maybe he could actually be good. Because to be honest with you, the stealing is the least of my problems when literally every other line is so cringeworthy. It's insane. It sounds like they're trying too hard to be quirky and weird, like, ooh, we're nerdy, we know about internet references. It's like, dude, stop, please, stop. I do think that their production is still pretty good, though, so I'll put them under Gucci Mane.